My name is Colette, and I'm the director of Camp Kid Jam. And this is Mike. He's the director of Children's Strategies at Rethink. He's also one of the incredible storytellers that's going to be joining us this summer. We're going to tell you a little bit more information about what's going to happen in the jam sessions. Our theme this summer is Walk This Way. We're going to hit the road with Paul on his journeys and take our own journey at the same time. We're going to ask questions, discover some incredible truths, and uncover ways to listen to God, talk to God, and share our faith.
In Jam Session 1, we are going to hit the road to Damascus to find out how Paul became Paul instead of Saul. It's
confusing.
A little confusing, yeah. However, we are going to ask a question that Paul probably asked back in his time, and that is, who is God? And then we are going to discover some ways that we can know who God is. Our bottom line for Session 1 is, if you want to know who God is, find out more about Jesus. Next, in the story of Ananias and Barnabas, we are going to meet two separate guys who both met Paul along his journey. Jam Session 2 is all about how Paul saw Jesus through others. And that's going to be the question that we're going to ask here in this session is, how can I see Jesus? And our bottom line for Session 2 is, I can see Jesus through the love of others.
The question for Jam Session 3 is, if I follow Jesus, will things be better for me? Paul and Silas must have wondered if things were better for them when they're sitting in jail for following Jesus. But as we'll see in this story, following Jesus wasn't about them. Our bottom line for this session is, it's not about me, it's about what God is doing through me.
Our next jam session is about Paul's journey to Mars Hill in Athens, Greece. When Paul arrived to this city, people were worshiping all kinds of different gods. So the question we're going to ask here is, how do I know following Jesus is the right way? And what we'll discover, like Paul did, is that Jesus is the only way because he rose from the dead. And that is our bottom line for Session 4. Jam Session 5 is all about the big story of God. And our question for this session is, how can I know what God wants me to do? Our bottom line for this session is the Bible guides me to know what to do. When we read it, it gives us wisdom for how to live our lives.
In our last jam session, we found Paul shipwrecked on the island of Malta. The question Paul asked that we probably want to ask too is, what if I don't end up where I want to go? And I'm pretty sure that Paul didn't really want to be shipwrecked on that deserted island.
No.
But God used him anyway. Our bottom line for the last session is, if you're following him, he'll use you wherever you are.
The memory verse we'll learn together is Proverbs 4:12-13, which says, when you walk, nothing will slow you down. When you run, you won't trip and fall. Hold on to my teaching and don't let go. Guard it well because it is your life.
We're so excited that you're joining us for Camp Kid Jam, and we'll see you this summer.